Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Manganelli. I'm the councilman from Ward 2, and I'm also the current vice president of the council. And tonight we had our council meeting here on June 9th. So this is council action. We'll go over everything that we discussed tonight. We had three public hearings. The first one was to request a special use permit to allow for a change in exterior wall stain for the Jimmy John's on Washington. The second public hearing was the rezoning of the property for the Southside Property LLC from a B3 to a B5 planned commercial district for the property located at 1280 North Lindbergh. The last public hearing was a request to authorize a special use permit for Jamal Graham and Richard Young Jr., DBA Cocktail Corner, to allow for a tavern cocktail lounge for the property located at 1752 to 1756 North New Florissant. We had no bills for second reading, and we had several things for new business. Board appointments, Mike Kister from Ward 9 was appointed to the Emergency Management Commission. There's several requests. The first request was to approve a beer and wine with Sunday liquor license for Jimmy's Nail Bar located at 12757 New Halls Ferry. That did not pass. That was a tie vote. The second request was a request to transfer a special use permit from Quadjet Enterprises LLC, DBA Little Caesars Pizza, to Mo Pizza One LLC. Well, that's a great name. DBA Little Caesars to allow for a restaurant located at 340 Howdershell Road. Then there was a request for an animal permit to keep 4 female chickens for the property on Patterson Lane. Several resolutions. Resolution 1069, resolution of the City of Florissant adopting the 2025 to 2030 St. Louis Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. That passed. There was also a second resolution, was a resolution of the Florissant City Council authorizing an engagement with Sickett CPA LLC for audit of the financial statements for the fiscal year that ended November 30th, 2023. This is just an outside audit. The next resolution, number 1071, is a resolution of the City of Florissant updating the investment policy of the City of Florissant. And the last resolution, 1072, was a resolution authorizing the City of Florissant to enter in an intergovernmental cooperation agreement for the investment of public funds through the Missouri Securities Investment Program. And then we had several bills for first reading. The first one, bill number 1010075. That was an ordinance amending the 2025 annual budget by amending the Public Works Department personnel schedule by adding and deleting certain job classifications. That went to 3 readings and was passed. Second bill, bill number 10076, was an ordinance authorizing a transfer of special use permit number 8756 from Claygott Enterprises LLC, DBA Little Caesars Pizza, to Mo Pizza One LLC, DBA Little Caesars, to allow for a restaurant at 340 Howdershell Road. That went to 3 readings and was passed. Then the next 3 were just single readings. Just the first reading, Bill number 10077, ordinance authorizing an amendment to special use permit number 8097 to allow for a change in exterior wall stain for the property located at 370 North Highway 67. Bill number 10078 is a bill ordinance authorizing the rezoning of the property for Southside Property LLC from B3 Extensive Business District to B5 Planned Commercial District for the property located at 1280 North Highway 67. And Bill number 10079, ordinance authorizing a special use permit for Jamal Graham and Richard Young Jr., DBA Cocktail Corner, to allow for a tavern cocktail lounge for the property located at 1752 to 1756 North New Florissant Road. Then we had Bill 10080, ordinance authorizing appropriation of $22,815 from the General Revenue Fund to account number 101-5500-102- zeros professional services, and that was for storm damage cleanup caused by the March 2025 tornado. That went to 3 readings and passed. And then we had Bill number 10081, ordinance authorizing an appropriation of $68,897.44 from the General Revenue Fund to account number 209-56100-400-25007. Capital additions. This was for the Showmobile repair. It's our portable stage that was damaged during the March 2025 tornado. And to explain how this works, we received insurance funds, and when we receive insurance funds, that goes into the general revenue. It takes an ordinance like this to move it to the proper place to pay for the item. And the same thing with the storm damage cleanup. That was a surprise item, and that was not anticipated. So we had to move money to pay for that in the appropriate department. And then lastly, Bill number 10082, an ordinance authorizing an amendment to Title III Traffic Code, Section 13, parking permitted at all times, Table 13-A, parking permitted at all times on certain streets, to amend a section of St. Catherine. So that updated the parking on that specific part of St. Catherine Street. As far as council announcements, Councilman Egan reminded everybody or informed people that Old Town Donuts is up for Best Donuts in America. And they've passed the first, it's a competition of 64 donut shops. They passed the first round, so they're in the top 32. And he encourages everybody to vote for them. And if you are not on Facebook, go to Old Town Donuts webpage and you'll be able to see how to vote. Councilman O'Donnell was acknowledging volunteerism in his ward at the corner of Lafayette and St. Francis, where they cleaned up that corner of overgrowth and everything, and which was right across the street from my office. So I got to see everybody today cleaning that up, including Councilman O'Donnell. Then Councilman Caputa has received complaints of trash and noticed people throwing trash out their windows of their car and everything. So he's just encouraging everybody, let's do better. Let's keep this city clean. And then he reminded everybody of June 14th being Flag Day, and also the U.S. Army's birthday. And then lastly, on June 18th, there'll be a flag ceremony outside of City Hall at 6 p.m. Councilman Harris wanted to remind everybody about the esports arena, and more specifically on June 24th, there's gaming with I don't know if it's gaming with a police officer. There'll be several members of the police department come down to the esports arena. Maybe you can beat them at Donkey Kong or something, or some other game, I'm sure, much more modern, that you can compete in. Okay, and then we had a message from the mayor. June 19th from 3 to 9, the City of Florissant is co-hosting, along with Councilwoman Rita Days, County Councilwoman Rita Days, and Shalonda Webb, the June 19th music celebration. That'll be from 3 to 9 o'clock. Dirty Mugs is the headliner, and there'll be several food trucks and everything. It should be a lot of fun for the entire family. And then lastly, on June 21st and the 22nd is the Hispanic Festival. That will be held on the Duchenne Home Association grounds. It's a great event with a lot of Hispanic culture and a lot of vendors and food and entertainment, again, for the whole family. And that is all I have for this meeting. And we'll wish everybody a great week here in Florissant. Thanks.